Campaign is over in Himachal Pradesh. Usually people talk less about Himachal politics. But this time, it was other way around. Emotional pitch of Prime Minister Modi saying that I'm son of Himachal Pradesh. Don't see anything. Think about me and go and vote for BJP. Congress is confident on the issue of old pension scheme. 1 lakh government jobs and 5 lakh jobs in 5 years. 1500 rupee pension to every woman, which will work. I've joined by a set of people. We have Naresh Chauhan, who is spokesperson of Congress. We have Jasmine ji, who is spokesperson of BJP. VD Sharma, who is with NDTV, and apart from that, he runs his very important newspaper, Shimla Post, and he has that nerve of people. I've joined by Amil Bhatnagar, who is bureau chief of Indian Express. I'll start with Amil, with you first. Amil, you have travelled length and breadth. You've been to Kinnaur, you've been to Mandi, Kullu, Kangra. What do you think? One thing which is going against BJP and one thing which is going against Congress.
The biggest factor right now is how many rebellions and on which seats. When the ticket distribution happened with BJP, the biggest problem that came out was there are at least 20 seats where rebel candidates from the party are standing against, and they are likely to split vote. Same is the problem with Congress as well, but the Congress's problem is within the party a lot more. For example, they have a lot of CM faces. Since the last 2 months, there has been a build-up whether who is going to be projected as the leader of Congress. That also gets its own set of things because every leader has its own lobby, has its own set of supporters. So whether it is going to be working in the favor of the party or not remains to be seen. But as of now, rebellion for BJP and internal tussle for Congress is something we'll have to look out for, and there'll be major factors in the voting so far.
And especially when we talk about rebellion, I've interviewed Kripal Parmar, who was called by Prime Minister, and he upfront said that Nadda ji insulted me for 15 years. A prestige battle for JP Nadda. He held more than 50 rallies. He did door to door. He distributed pamphlets. He's looking aggressive because ticket distribution is a major issue here. Dhumal ji, the BJP is saying that he didn't want to contest, but we all know what politicians are off. Right. So, what do you think? A prestige battle for JP Nadda?
Again, we have to understand that BJP goes into every elections with full adrenaline and momentum. This momentum was set by the PM himself in last month when he visited 3 times in a week. And since then, there have been a blitzkrieg of rallies by PM himself, Amit Shah, Nadda himself, because he belongs to the state. Anurag Thakur, Union Minister, belongs to the state. So obviously, there is a sense of association for them.
Anurag Thakur was getting emotional. He was crying.
So it's clear that for them, there is a sense of association with the state, and they believe that winning the state is very important, and this has been their campaign also.
Aggressive campaign, emotional campaign, and Prime Minister emotional place that मैं हिमाचल का बेटा हूँ, मुझे देखो और किसी को मत देखो.
Yes, because he was in charge of the party affairs many years back, and he's repeated that in many rallies, saying that I am associated with you. So for them, they are trying to tell the people in the state here that look, we are a party in center, we are going to be powerful in the center, so you might want to vote for a party that gives you that center-state coordination, which results in development, which is the crux of their campaign here.
VD, चुनाव देख लिया आपने, सब जानते हो अंदर की बातें. आप हमारे ऑडियंस को बताइए, बीजेपी अगर जीतेगी तो क्यों जीतेगी और बीजेपी अगर हारेगी तो क्यों हारेगी?
देखिए, बीजेपी अगर जीतेगी तो कैंपेनिंग जो आप कह रहे एक जोश भरा कैंपेन, और साथ में अगर लीडरशिप पर अगर कहीं लोगों ने वोट दे दिया तो शायद बीजेपी
मतलब मोदी जी पे
या जयराम जी पे भी हो सकता है, मे बी, अगर चाहेगी जनता, अगर उन्होंने 5 साल में अच्छा काम किया.
People seem to be little bit angry with Jairam Thakur. A lot of people say, they tell me that he was accidental CM because Dhumal Saab lost. So people are not very happy with Jairam Thakur. Do you think that if Dhumal Saab was again face of BJP, then things could have been better for BJP?
Maybe. अगर धूमल जी चेहरा होते तो शायद और ज़्यादा अगर चेहरा भी नहीं थे धूमल जी, अगर उनको चुनाव भी लड़ा दिया होता, फिर भी एक अलग जोश होता. ये मुझे लगता है जो हम एक जर्नलिस्टिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इसको एनालाइज करते हैं.
We'll come back to you. Ma'am, so number one, Prime Minister Modi is holding rallies, emotional pitch, मैं हिमाचल का, I'm son of Himachal Pradesh. Don't see anyone. He outrightly, like, you know, Jairam Thakur, JP Nadda were giving everything they have. PM said, then don't look at anyone, think about me, think of me and go and vote for BJP. PM had to call Kripal Parmar, who's a rebel candidate. Is BJP a little bit nervous?
BJP is not at all nervous. BJP is in a very confident position to win the elections, and we will repeat our government for sure. And the Prime Minister, everybody knows, was a pracharak here many years, and he does have an emotional connect with Himachal Pradesh.
PM Modi everywhere. Is your state leadership is so weak that you need Prime Minister in your MCD elections also. You need Prime Minister in your Assembly elections also. You need Prime Minister Modi in your Lok Sabha elections also. You need Prime Minister Modi everywhere.
You see, BJP has a very different style of functioning. You have to compare it with Congress. Congress has a very feudal mindset.
We'll ask that question with Congress.
Okay. Now, I will say that the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, is a very, very astute statesman, and he is a hands-on leader. Not only is he Prime Minister, but see, he is the BJP's Prime Minister, and it's courtesy BJP that he's the Prime Minister, and he takes his role very, very seriously, and he's a very participating Prime Minister who reaches out to the people and connects with them emotionally. And he has every right to make an appeal to Himachal Pradesh because he has spent so much of time here in his young age, and he has an emotional connect. And he is all over. It's not just Himachal. If you notice the entire trajectory, the Prime Minister, wherever any state in India has gone into election mode, he has aggressively campaigned.
Jasmine ji, in fact, Prime Minister Modi, he called Kripal Parmar saying that I have right on you. Kripal Parmar said that JP Nadda insulted me for 15 years. A prestige battle for JP Nadda. And in fact, despite PM calling that rebel, he is still contesting. And he is giving open challenge to JP Nadda. That Prime Minister call is waste.
But he also said that the Prime Minister is like a god to him. Please, you have to say that.
Whatsoever. Again, he's a contesting against BJP. Whatsoever.
No, when you say that Mr. Nadda has made a prestige issue of Himachal Pradesh, I would say he's a party president. And he has, whether it was in UP recently or in anywhere where the BJP has gone into election mode, Mr. Nadda takes his job very seriously, and he is a very, very aggressive party president and a hands-on party president. And he reaches out, and when you talk about rebellion, you see we are one of the largest political parties in the world, and we have emerged as victorious for the second time in the parliament election.
That is a prestige issue for JP Nadda. He's president of the biggest party of the world.
He is. And I think
and he's distributing pamphlets, and rebels are openly blaming.
No, it should be appreciated that here is a party president who is aggressively campaigning and is reaching out to people while the Congress party president has just arrived.
All right. Naresh ji, you must be, I have met a lot of leaders from Congress, and you speak with them. In fact, I interviewed Bhupesh Baghel Saab, who is election in charge here. I've spoken to Rajiv Shukla ji, I've spoken to Ashok Gehlot, who was there. And everybody is saying that, one thing is going in our favor, that is BJP rebels. So you are heavily riding upon rebels of BJP. And what is your strategy? Your central leadership is not there. क्या लगता है आपको?
No, it's not only the BJP rebels is one issue. There are so many other issues, which is among the people of the state. There is a vote for change. This government has not delivered in 5 years what they have promises to horticulturalists, government employees, berozgari, महंगाई. These are the issues. मोदी जी आते हैं, they should address these issues, very important issues. वो एक चेहरा बना के नेशनल इश्यूज पे इलेक्शन को ले जाना चाह रहे हैं. वो होगा नहीं. That is not possible in Himachal Pradesh. As I have already mentioned, people in Himachal Pradesh are very smart voter. They understand their welfare and also the welfare of the state.
It seems that BJP की लड़ाई में आप लोगों का फायदा हो जाए ये ज़्यादा. You people are hopeful.
This is surely we are going to form the government, and with 2/3 majority, the state is going for change.
But why your central leadership?
Why?
Is
Priyanka
not
Gandhi is our leader.
Only Priyanka Gandhi.
Rahul Gandhi is doing a job for the nation. We have a leaders here. This is the only thing. They need Modi ji. They need Modi ji. We don't need. ये स्टेट का इलेक्शन है, पहली बारी देश के अंदर हो रहा है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री एक छोटे से राज्यों में आके प्रचार का कमान संभालते
हर जगह करते हैं. I always say
क्यों करते
PM Modi is Virat Kohli of BJP.
पहले देश में प्रधानमंत्री नहीं हुए. इंदिरा गांधी जी प्रधानमंत्री नहीं थी. वो स्टार प्रचारक के तौर पे 1-2 मीटिंग करती थी. It should be a contest between the BJP state unit and the Congress state unit. It's not a contest between the Congress of Himachal Pradesh and the nation.
Congress is looking very happy that the rebels of BJP, that factor is working for them. But from Amil, the local issues are very important. And what I have read, that BJP's first poll promise is like they will get uniform civil code in Himachal Pradesh, survey of work properties. What is BJP's strategy behind it, where Muslim population is very insignificant, 2.20%?
So since the beginning, their campaign here has largely been based on the idea that we are a national party and we are going to give you the kind of attention that a national party should. Secondly, when I also wrote in my report, when I spoke to CM Jairam Thakur and I asked him what is the relevance of something like UCC and Waqf in a state where there's a 95% Hindu population, he said that we are a national party and we have a national commitment to UCC. So perhaps at this point they're looking at different states, because they've already promised in Goa and Uttarakhand. So they are looking at Himachal being the part of it, and then it will make them a national policy of UCC, and it will help when there are states on board. So this is perhaps their idea, and again it goes on to the fact that their election is largely based on issues that are more national in character. Even their policies here, like 3-cylinder LPG, their health card
And they're
mission.
riding heavily upon the promises they have made to women of Himachal Pradesh.
Absolutely, they have an entire manifesto for women, and they have attacked the
Scooty
Congress.
to the girls.
Yes.
Free cylinder to women who are below poverty line.
Yes, absolutely. And this is despite the fact Modi slamming the Revdi and freebie culture. They have also said in their promise.
Said that there's a very thin line we are empowering, another party is lure.
Yes. So it remains to be seen whether these policies, how people in Himachal are going to look at these policies, because for people here there are local issues as well. Water supply, electricity, unemployment, inflation, bhartiyan, and of course the biggest chunk of voters here, which is the employees and the OPS section.
OPS, do you think OPS promise of old pension scheme is the only big thing working, may work for that matter, for Congress?
At this point, it has a resonance within the public. There is a huge, and the fact that Congress has been pushing for it since the last 3 months as well.
They have made Bhupesh Baghel and Ashok Gehlot campaign saying that we have done in Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. You see, we have example and we'll do it in Himachal Pradesh.
In my interview with Bhupesh Baghel, CM Chhattisgarh as well, he said that we are already on the path to giving out those pensions, and there is a feasibility.
Is already giving.
Yes, and the Rajasthan people have already started getting it. So there is a feasibility factor in it, which BJP has been saying that perhaps not feasible for Congress. So they think it's feasible, and it's going to be an important point for them in the elections, and it may be a game changer for either parties, depending on which way the public goes.
Challenges for Congress, Sharma ji.
जैसा मैं पहले से कह रहा हूँ, लगातार के लीडरशिप को लेकर कांग्रेस में एक बड़ा चैलेंज है, क्योंकि चेहरों की राजनीति हिमाचल।
डेथ ऑफ वीरभद्र सिंह, वो वैक्यूम दिखता है।
हाँ, वो मतलब है, कमी तो है वीरभद्र सिंह की, लेकिन जिस तरह से इस बार कैंपेन को कांग्रेस ने एक, जिसको कह सकते हैं आप, इकट्ठा मिलकर किया है, वो शायद कहीं ना कहीं जिस तरह से नरेश चौहान कह रहे हैं प्रवक्ता कि उन्होंने जो लोकल लीडरशिप को लेकर जिस तरह से उनका एक जुड़ाव रहा है, जोड़कर उन्होंने
मोदी जी का चेहरा काम करेगा बीजेपी के लिए। मोदी जी की इमोशनल पिच, मोदी जी का एक कनेक्शन भी यहाँ से, वो हिमाचल की शॉल पहनते हैं, हिमाचल की टोपी पहनते हैं, उसको मार्केट भी करते हैं इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर। G20 में भी वो चीजें जो गिफ्ट कर रहे हैं, वो हिमाचल का कुल्लू का शॉल है, कांगड़ा की रुमाल है।
देखिए, मोदी का चेहरा जरूर है 4 राज्य में, लेकिन हिमाचल में थोड़ा डिफरेंट है। मैंने आपसे पहले भी कहा था।
पहाड़ी लोग क्या सोचते हैं?
पहाड़ी लोग एक पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, यहाँ पे 90+ यहाँ पर लिटरेसी है।
मतलब पढ़े लिखे लोग बीजेपी को वोट नहीं करते क्या? सरकार बना रहे ताबड़तोड़ हर जगह वो लोग।
इशू है यहाँ पर, इशू है हिमाचल प्रदेश में। जैसा अनिल जी कह रहे थे, OPS इशू है, बागवानों का इशू है, महंगाई है, इसलिए पढ़े लिखे लोग उसको देखकर वोट करेंगे, मुझे लगता है।
Again, it comes down to PM Modi, Jasmine ji. Again, you need PM Modi in everywhere. PM Modi will campaign in Hamirpur. PM Modi will do rally in Kangra. PM Modi will do rally in Solan. You need PM everywhere. Without PM, I don't think that Himachal, and that is why I was speaking with few leaders, and even Jairam Thakur also, when I interviewed him, saying that the rebel factor is there, but face of PM Modi will in front of PM Modi's face, everything is insignificant.
Well, you will have to agree that the Prime Minister is a very, very popular Prime Minister in the country, and he's popular in Himachal Pradesh also.
Would you agree that state leadership...
While on the other hand, we have had Amit Shah, we've had the party president, we've had all other senior politicians and our leaders coming and campaigning as aggressively as the Prime Minister. We've had the UP Prime Minister, we've had the Chief Minister, and today ma'am was here, Nirmala Sitharaman. So all central leadership has been here. It's not just been the Prime Minister.
But farmers, apple farmers, they're angry with you. They're saying their cost is very high. They're not getting that return. MSP, they want MSP for Apple. In Jammu and Kashmir, there is MSP for Apple farmers. So there is a major issue. Old pension scheme, they are saying that you promised employees that there will be committee and it will look into this matter. But that committee is not there. It was not formed and it did not deliver for that matter. So these two important issues, these are local issues. How are you going to address? Because when we ask these questions from Jairam Thakur Saab or JP Nadda Saab, and they say that Congress to ऐसी party 2003 में उन्होंने खत्म किया, 2012 में नहीं लाया. You blame Congress, but what about you? Why you did not implement OPS? Because people denied Congress a chance in 2017.
You see, the Congress is trying to make OPS a very emotive issue because that is the only issue that they have to harp on. And we are very sure, and we are very sure that the BJP, which has formulated a committee, will come out with something very, very.
Why don't you say? Why don't you say that? No, you talk about committee. You don't say that if we come back to the power, we'll give old pension scheme. You don't say it. You think a committee, we will look into it.
We're
here and there.
No. We don't believe in here and there. We deliver. What we
on
say.
OPS, you're here and there.
No, we are not here and there. We will deliver. Not at all. Not at all. I disagree. I totally disagree.
You're silent. You're silent in your manifesto.
We've said that day on the release of the manifesto also that a committee has been formulated and it will come with a decision and it will be implemented.
This is called here and there. This is a committee here and there. This is here and there. All right. Again, आपसे Naresh ji, PM Modi is the biggest power BJP has, and PM Modi, and they need उनकी weakness भी है कि PM, they need PM everywhere. But what do you think? You have that sentiment. Veerbhadra ji is not there. People are sentimental about him. He was king here. They call Raja ji. And apart from that, you have Sukram ji, you have Mukesh ji, and everybody is now have their own lobbies. You have not announced your CM face because you know that there will be heartburns.
डेफिनेटली वीरभद्र सिंह जी का ना होना हमारे लिए या प्रदेश के लिए नुकसान है. वो एक बहुत बड़े कद्दावर नेता थे, 6 बार मुख्यमंत्री रहे स्टेट के और मॉडर्न हिमाचल प्रदेश के निर्माता के रूप में आज भी लोग उनका सम्मान करते हैं. लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी कलेक्टिव लीडरशिप में इस चुनाव को लड़ रही है. एज आपने देखा किस प्रकार से सारे लोग, हम जब लीडरशिप की बात करते हैं तो हमारे लिए हमारा कार्यकर्ता भी लीडरशिप है. हम सबको साथ लेके हमने जो मॉडल बाई इलेक्शन में बनाया था उसी मॉडल को हम आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं और हम उसको सक्सेस हो रहे हैं. और निश्चित तौर पे जब भी रिजल्ट आएगा कांग्रेस पार्टी यहाँ अच्छे बहुमत के साथ सरकार बनाएगी. और मैं एक बात और आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ, ये जो चुनाव है ये प्रदेश का चुनाव है, ये मुख्यमंत्री का चुनाव है. इसमें फेस जयराम जी होने चाहिए. प्रधानमंत्री का चुनाव नहीं है ये. क्या बार बार मोदी जी की बात कर रहे हो? जब मोदी जी का चुनाव आएगा 2024 में,
कांग्रेस
प्रदेश का
कांग्रेस
ये इनकी मजबूरी है.
कांग्रेस के पास ऑल्टरनेटिव मोदी जी का, देयर इज नो ऑल्टरनेटिव टू पीएम मोदीज फेस. दैट यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट.
Why we are not talking about the prime minister of the country? This time we are talking about the chief minister of the state. Why should we compare Jairam ji with Modi?
Double engine ki sarkar.
What is double engine?
PM Modi is talking about that his central schemes will be implemented well.
We don't need double engine. We need a single best engine. A double engine, both are failed.
Game will be there. So I'll just conclude this chat with BJP, Congress, and the people who have covered. They have first-hand experience. PM Modi, a biggest factor which may work for BJP. Old pension scheme, because state employees play very significant role in Himachal polls. We have to wait. On 12th, people will decide the fate of Himachal Pradesh. But this time, Himachal polls were interesting. Prestige battle for JP Nadda, BJP fighting rebels. And one thing which may go against Congress, that leadership, which is not very visible. There are fractions in Congress as well. In Shimla, with Ashok Mahale, Saurabh Shulka for NDTV.